Lag Intokura RB26 GDR T67 25G turbines, buddy. Ready inlet plenum, fuel rail injectors, pulley kit, oil cooler kit. Ichiban, mate. Ichiban. Check out the paint on this thing, mate. Evo 5, big stinking turbo, external gate plenum, crazy. Right, here we've got an R34 GDR, BR Racing, T51R turbo. Looks like it's got some crazy bits on it, this thing here. I mean, what we can see, it's got a fuel rail injectors, it's got Spitfire coils, which is quite an unusual thing. HKS air filter, of course, exhaust intercooler, a few ARC bits and pieces, and he does his own ECU BR ROM. Very nice.
We hear that people like the promo girls in our last video. Well, we aim to please. Here we are again at Central Circuit in the Kansai region of Japan. This time it's an official HKS street drag meeting, so the cars are even quicker. Notice how quick the GDRs are. This Missouri coloured R32 was quick, but also quite unstable. The driver got some outside help with the burnout, but it didn't seem to help too much really with the traction. Take the yen, 1,000 yen, these are only 130 or something each, you stuff it in the bloody thing. Oh, get in there, right? this way. Up. Aquarius. Oh. Wait. Aquarius. Get out the way. What do you think of this Aquarius stuff? Get it in your... Oh. The black R32 in the right lane was one of the angriest sounding cars at the meet. The engine features a lot of custom parts like the barrel plenum chamber for extra volume. The huge twin turbos also have separate wastegates. By far the fastest GTR of the meet was this R33 built by Endless with a 2.8 litre HKS kit, HKS 3240 turbos and a power rating of 1200 PS. You don't see too many breakages at Japanese street meets, but even GTR gearboxes will fail eventually. It seems Australian WRX racers aren't the only ones who break gearboxes either. Built by Auto Select, this is one of the toughest Zeds we've seen in the country.
Just come to this place called Daikoku Futo, which is middle of nowhere in between all these crazy loop-the-loop freeways. Anyway, absolutely mental. We got dropped off outside this gate here, and after about half an hour of walking around in circles, realised that you can't get in here unless you come in by car. So we jumped in a cab, cost us $60, 2 tolls and about 10 minutes to drive over the bridge, around and around these freeways, back down and finally inside it.
Stereo-filled vans line up to see who can go deaf first.
I've been watching.
Japan has a bit of everything in its car scene, including mini trucks.
Well, now sometimes when you come here, if you're hungry, you can always get yourself a quick bowl of ramen, mate. Vending machine, stinking noodles. Now you got Brad Pitt down there selling roots, right? It's quite a wicked drink. Now, I'm getting royal milk tea. You get 2 of those damn royal milk teas. One for the fat cameraman. Get the old hydro going in the Accord, mate. Right, now check this American influence out. It's an EG Civic with, looks like 14-inch wheels on it. 2 wide, 2 lower profile. Hanging out the guards, mate. Leather interior, chrome strips everywhere. Alright, mate. Look at the negative camber on the rear of this stupid thing. It'd be scrubbing tyres, it'd be scraping everything and grinding every bump. Alright. Well, over there, we've got a group of young individuals. Now, the sort of dancing they're doing is quite stupid. It's with your arms up in the air. It's called para dancing. So they're para dancers. Check them out. Yeah, I might come down here with my F40. Not bad, eh? Yeah. Oh, what? Alright, well, when you come down here, I mean, to these crazy meets and stuff with your A86, you never know when you might need a spare starter motor or a spacer or a spare set of rims or something like that, even a damn razor. So, you know, you can come down here with your Corolla wagon, sell your rims for your springs, go to McDonald's, get a cheeseburger or 10, yeah, mate. Alternator, speedo, headlights, whatever, mate. Dirty old fly, they'll sell anything, mate, whatever you want. Actually, I should buy some of this crap, eh? Resell it.
Like Daikoku Futo in Tokyo, the most popular hangout in Osaka is all about cruising.
What a wonderful joy. He's my two-bitty boy, my two-bitty guy. He's my sweet samurai.
Apparently, even cruising with your kids can be cool. One thing's for sure, they're all very friendly. They'll even give you a free ride if you ask nicely. They don't always wear seatbelts. There don't seem to be any rules for interior lighting either. As the night wears on, people start getting weird. Drifting isn't just a street sport in Japan. There are organised meetings too, known as drift battles. This one took place at the DEC circuit about an hour south of Fukuoka. A huge number of cars enter the event, bringing their friends along to help change tyres. At this meeting, 2 cars at a time were doing 5 laps of the circuit. Points are awarded for style and speed to each of the drift teams. The team with the most points takes home a trophy at the end of the day. By far the most popular drift cars are the S14 and S13 Nissans, as like Australia, in Japan they are cheap and plentiful. You bend the car, you can always throw the parts into another shell. The SR20 DET engine is usually given a larger turbo, bigger exhaust, intercooler and retuned computer, known as power ROM, to make somewhere around the 350 horsepower mark. Combined with stiff suspension and a light rear-wheel drive chassis, you have the perfect recipe for some no-holds-barred drifting. Sometimes you even see an old naturally aspirated car at a drift meeting, but if you do, it's more than likely going to be an AE86 Toyota. Known as a sprinter in Australia, the Japanese AE86 11 remains a hero car in all types of Japanese motorsport. You can also thank Initial D just a little bit for that. Here's a good looking drift car, based on the classic Series 5 RX-7 shape with a neat paint job and a nice looking set of wheels. That's what we like to see. Shame to do this to it. Oof. The Japanese are always very polite though, so he picks up his mess straight away. Time for another paint job. A new bumper wouldn't go astray either. Some cars just aren't so flash to begin with. The twin-turbo version of the Supra is also a popular choice for drifting. Sometimes it's hard to know where to look to catch the best action. Not all drift cars are so cheap. The fast corner always supplies the most spectacular drifts and the most spectacular stuff-ups. The A86 11 and the notchback Trino shape offer ideal handling for drift, but the naturally aspirated 4AGE gives a narrow power band, much narrower than the turbo cars. This means it takes more initial speed to maintain a drift through a long corner. You really have to be committed to the corner to pull it off. big fat mid-range torque of an SR20 DET engine certainly makes a job easier. And to score big, you need to be fast and clean. If S14s get any more popular for drifting in Japan, they might all be written off within a couple of years. In Australia, these cars are still quite new, but the S15 Silvia was released in Japan back in '99. Looks like they'll follow in the tyre marks of the S13 and S14 though. Did I say earlier that it's not quite as easy as it looks? Like we always say, that's the price you pay for drift. After seeing the drifters in action, you may be wondering where they go to find their parts. One popular source is a custom garage swap meet held twice yearly in every major Japanese city. We went for a wander and a bit of a sweat at the Osaka meeting to see what was on offer. Most stands are actually major workshops, offloading all their used parts, and they're all hard to sell stock. Among the manifolds and intercoolers we spotted was a new Truss T88 turbo and a complete HKS T51R kit for a GTR engine. You can find wheels of all kinds, just make sure you bring 3 friends to help you carry them. We were relieved to find out that Dick Sports only make exhausts. If you can't afford the real hardcore parts, there's plenty of trinkets to keep you happy. Just to add some flavour to the smorgasbord of parts, there were some tough demo cars on display, including a couple from our buddy, Zenny Tunny.
Maybe with a car, right? And then get your gun out and touch it.
Danny poses for a photo with Zenny-san. They look like long-lost brothers.
Anyone want any 23-inch rims? Super Autobacks. I mean, it's crazy stuff you can buy in this gaff, but I've never seen anything like this, mate. Check it out. Baby, don't hit the boat over. Don't rock the boat, baby. Check out what I bought for $1.50. One mouthful of stupid apple juice, and I just bought a couple of souvenirs while I was in there. I mean, this is going in my drift car. Spank me. I mean, I always like a bit of a spanking. Nice people always swallow their food. And punk ass, because I'm a bit of a punk ass.
This is Fuji Speedway, the venue for round 3 of the All Japan Grand Touring Championship. This is one of the most popular events in the Japanese motorsport calendar, with more than 50,000 spectators attending the 500-kilometre race. The star attractions are the GT500 cars, which are based on Supras, NSXs, Skylines, and various other high-performance cars from all around the world. In such a Japanese-dominated event, it's a surprise to find that one of the most competitive drivers is an Australian, none other than Wayne Gardner, who kindly allowed us into the Tom's team pits. The Tom's Team Supras are based on a normal steel shell, but all panels are made from carbon fibre, including the one-piece nose cone. Brakes are monstrous, with rocker arms allowing the shocks to be laid flat. The rear suspension is also rocker actuated. Note the alternator driven off the tail shaft. Inside it's all raw carbon fibre with a sequential 6-speed gearbox and controls for sway bars, brakes and engine computer mapping. The engine is a 3S GTE, quite familiar to some viewers as being out of the Celica GT4 for example. 4-cylinder engine built by TRD. It's mounted more rearward in the Supra, which helps the car's balance, and it also leaves room for very substantial cooling, both intercooler and radiator. The Supra uses a sophisticated aerodynamics package that creates serious downforce at speed, especially at the rear. The drivers have a big input on the suspension and aero tuning of the cars. So let's go for a ride.
A bit of a legend up here.
What's that, mate?
You know how you get headless horsemen and this, that and the other?
Yeah, mate.
A few fellas have been killed up here on motorbikes, and there's actually a legend of a headless motorbike dude, ghost, been seen up here quite a few times, so there you go, mate. Headless horseman in Japan, mate, it's a headless motorbike.
Before we head to Nanko for some more street drift, we'll take a quick look at Mt Rokko. The winding road in the hills behind Kobe is very dark, but it's worth the effort to get a glimpse of this very different style of drift. The tight road with concrete walls on either side leaves little room for driver error. To avoid accidents, drifters use a couple of beeps and flashing lights to signify their presence. Of course, it's still not entirely safe. Okay, now for some lighting. This time we found the HPI cover car Sylvia from C West strutting its stuff. With over 450 horsepower, and more grip than most drifters, it's a challenge to drift. The best view is from the middle, if you're mad enough to stand there. We saw no real big accidents on this trip, but it wasn't for the want of trying. After sitting on the sideline, Danny from JMS was just hanging to play with the big dogs at Nanko. So let's see how an Australian drifter shapes up. Not bad for a gaijin.
Three. You want to co-eat?
Yeah, man, get your mind off your guts for a minute. Where the hell are we and what are we doing?
Hey, Kansai Service Centre, mate. Check out this snow. This thing's run the best time of 10.3 quarter mile. It's got HKS 3240 turbo on it, external gate, custom inlet plenum, throttle body. How much boost? 2.2 bar boost. It's quite a bit. These guys build it. It's got a HKS twin plate clutch in it, massive intercooler, big injectors, and looks like it's built quite well. This car I've seen it run before and kicks ass. Just open the door here and check out to the extent that they've lightened this thing up. Whole saw cut the doors, the bonnet. Most of the interior's gone, door trims. It's all gone, mate. Beautiful. Well, it is. It's a station wagon, 260 RS GTR running gear, all from the factory, mate. Stagio. It's got his little video camera there so you can see where he's reversing. Fat looking piece of machinery here, mate. Check it out. Vodka racing rims. Look at this. All the HKS gauging, boost controller, tacos, TV, R34 GTR seats and steering wheel, mate. What more could a family jerk ask for? Put the stupid kids in the back, stupid dog, go thrashing. Brembo brakes, thank you. R34 N1 turbos. It's got your oil catcher, your standard injectors. I mean, it's not too crazy, this one. It's got intercooler, twin plate clutch, coilover damper adjustable sus. What a fat looking thing for a wagon, mate. Check that sticker out, that's crazy. Check it out, it's mad. Built by Vilside. Body, engine, twin IHI turbos, 2.8 litre kit. Insane. Single throttle body. Ask. That means ask how much, because you could be a dreamer. S15, these blokes don't waste any time, mate. T78 turbo, throttle body, full 2.2 litre kit. Custom everything, cooler radiator, big brakes, Alcons, full custom body, trim, big cage, gauging, the works. Insane, mate.
Konnichiwa. We are at the new tuning shop trial. Check this joint out, mate. This is huge for a Japanese tuning shop. This is massive, this place. Dyno, hoists, full workshop, kick-ass. Here's samples of their promotional vehicles, Subaru WRX, STI. Check out what this thing's got under the bonnet, mate. Customer turbine, intercooler, STI. Not much else to see. Boost controller, custom airbox, oil catcher can, strato bar, suspension, camber adjuster. Check it out inside, mate. STI Recaro crazy roll cage, mate. In case, look at this thing. This is totally insane Supra, mate. Look at the bodywork, crazy wing, rims, brakes. Thank you. Couple of cylinders short, mate. 3S GTE. Check it out. 3240 HKS turbo kit. External gate, manifold. Look where the intercooler sits here, mate. Apex cooler. And look at their bonnet to vent, so the air come through. Good idea. Look at that. Crazy cage, instrumentation. Look at that crazy wing, mate.
Trust is one of the biggest aftermarket parts manufacturers in Japan. We were lucky enough to get a guided tour of their factory near the Narita airport.
Where it's all done, mate. It's the hard part. Fabricating manifolds. Look at everything you could ever want, eh? Look at all the bends and all the donuts.
Trust makes a huge variety of manifolds for their turbo upgrade kits. And yes, that welding is done by people, not machines. Complete exhaust systems are also constructed in-house, right down to the microfiber packing of the rear mufflers. You've seen where all the truss parts are made. Let's have a look at how they're applied.
James Vahoumis, self-appointed Drift King champion, just ask him. But, oh, we got an arm out the window. That's pretty good.
Australia's first ever official drift meeting, organised between Japanese Motorsport and Hot Fours magazine, was held at Malala Raceway. It was a lot of fun and very wet. Basically, to win, you needed a submarine.
When he's not rubbing holes in his gut with the steering wheel, Gregory David Seals likes to drift and just check him out, missed it. Oh, they don't call him hyper swine for nothing, mate. That is Patch Adams, the tree magnet himself. Look at the style. Using just over half the track, very neat. Links the two corners together and links the three corners together, in fact. Excellent work, Pat. Absolutely. Jason from Adept Electronics, but inept drift crew. Already hit the wall once this morning, but hey, he's got balls of steel, this lad. Go the rotor, mate. See what I mean? Get back and show us some more. For novice drifters, these guys are mental. Take no prisoners. They're there to win. Check it out. Guys, don't back off. I wonder if they'll let me borrow their Harley later.
It was good to see an early model drift machine at this meeting, though this particular Corolla has seen better days.
I just want to wait for this car. Nice fishtail, Denzo. Oh, lawn cuts as well.
Hand out the window, the sign of a true drift king.
Too busy looking at us, not at the road, but good drift nonetheless. Look at that fishtail. Here we have the big gun, Eliza, full house SR20 DET, 400 plus PS. God knows how to harness it too. Check that out. All the track, mate, is a lot. Some of that external gate. What you did there, I think is pretty good, and you need a bit of recognition. What actually happened?
What happened? Come out of turn one.
Yep.
Second gear, bit of a slide.
Yep.
Popped third. Fucking started wheel spinning. Popped outsiders.
Yep.
Front's got on the grass.
Yep.
Fucking flicked round into the hole.
She's just about ready for the wrecking yard this afternoon.
Just to prove the Aussies really can drift in the dry, we included some footage from a week earlier at a practice session at Malala. Check it out. Danny, being the Aussie boy he is, tends to mistake the drift with the burnout competition at the Summer Nats and combine them into one intense session. He is a very, very hard man on a motor vehicle. Yep, there goes the tyre.
Alright, be careful with that because I
That's it, kids, for Hard Tune Imports 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, there's some more coming really soon, but let's let Danny take us out in his own very one-off style.